Meanwhile, Psyche, wholly absorbed in her anxious love for Cupid, wandered all over the world. Cupid, still suffering from the burn of the lamp, lay moaning in his mother's bed. Then the seagull, that snow-white bird that skims the surface of the water, quickly plunged into the depths of the ocean. There, approaching Venus, who was bathing and swimming, it informed her that her son had been burned and was moaning from the pain of the wound, and that his life was in danger. It added that this story was on everyone's lips, and that all sorts of malice and murmurs about Venus's family were circulating.
They say you've gone. He's in the mountains with a hussy. You're swimming in the sea. And meanwhile, there's no more pleasure in the world, no grace, no charm, but only slovenliness, coarseness, and a troublesome annoyance of squalid relationships. No more regular marriages, no friendships, no filial love, but a rampant immorality and an annoying prevalence of squalid relationships.
The gossiping bird chattered on in this manner, spreading rumors in Venus's ears and tearing her son's reputation to shreds. Then Venus, full of rage, exclaimed,
"So that treasure of a son already has a girlfriend? Since only you are faithful to me, quickly tell me the name of the one who seduced that naive and innocent boy. Be she one of the nymphs or ours, or even one of the chorus of muses or the retinue of my graces."
That gossiping bird continued to speak.
Truly, I don't know, my lady, but I believe, if I remember correctly, that he is madly in love with a girl named Psyche.
Then Venus flew into a rage and began to shout,
"What? If it's true that he loves Psyche, my rival in beauty, the one who would emulate my fame, then that boy of mine has taken me for a procuress. He thinks I showed him that girl so he could sleep with her."
Screaming in this manner, she quickly emerged from the sea and went straight to her golden bed. There she found, as she had been told, her son sick. Even before entering, she began to shout from outside the door,
"What a way to behave, eh? You acted exactly as you should have to uphold the family name and your own. You trampled your mother's orders. Indeed, your queen's, since I had commanded you to torment my rival with a vile love. And what's more, boy as you are, you've taken her as a lover, and you expect me to endure her as a daughter-in-law. An enemy, lazy seducer monster. Do you think you alone are capable of having children, and that I am too old to have more? I'll show you. I'll bring into the world a much better son than you. In fact, to mortify you even more, I will adopt one of my slaves and give him your wings, and the torch, and the bow, and the arrows, and all these tools I gave you to use differently. In all these things you have, there is nothing that comes from your father's possessions. But you were spoiled from childhood and your nails should have been clipped while there was still time. You even had the courage to take it out on your elders, and even on me, your mother. Me, you rob me every day, assassin. And you even hit me, and you despise me as if I were a poor widow, without a shred of respect even for your stepfather, who is a supreme and a mighty warrior. Or isn't it so? And you've gone so far as to even procure some hussy for him, just to spite me. But I'll take care of it now, to make you regret these pranks of yours, and to make your wedding bitter and sour. Meanwhile, though, so mocked, what do I do? Where do I go? What can I invent to bring this tarantula to obedience? I should ask Chastity, my enemy, for help, whom I have always offended precisely because of the dissolute conduct of this son of mine. The mere thought of having to resort to that squalid and crude woman fills me with horror. On the other hand, I cannot despise the satisfaction of revenge, however it may be achieved. I must use her and no one else, to punish this fool, to break his quiver, to blunt his arrows, to destroy his bow, to extinguish his torch, and finally to tame him with the most energetic remedies. Only then can I consider the offense done to me avenged, when she has shaved those luminous locks that I myself have so often arranged with my hands, and when she has clipped those wings that I myself have anointed with nectar from my breast.
Having said this, she rushed out furious indeed, enraged with a fury worthy of Venus. At that moment, Ceres and Juno came to meet her, and seeing her with a flushed face, asked her why she was frowning in such a way, obscuring the radiant beauty of her gaze. Venus replied,
You've arrived just in time for me to vent the rage I have inside. Please, find me by any means this Psyche who has fled, who has vanished. You certainly know the most unfortunate story that has befallen my family, and the great deeds of him who can no longer be called my son.
Then the goddesses, well aware of what had happened, tried to appease Venus's anger with kind words.
But what harm has your son done that you should so tenaciously obstruct his pleasures and only think of ruining the woman he loves? What crime is it to court a graceful girl? Have you forgotten how old he is? Yet you know he is a male and young. Or, seeing that he does not show his age, do you still believe he is a boy? You, who are a mother, and now a sensible woman, are there to pry into your son's escapades and do nothing but condemn his passions and his loves. Is he not your son? And do you not realize that you are blaming in him, who is also so handsome, your own habits, your own pleasures? What god, what man could think it right that you should spread the passion of love everywhere in the world, and then at home you should severely hinder all love and close the public school of women's vices?
Thus the two goddesses, for fear of Cupid's arrows, sought to ingratiate themselves with him, though he was not present, advocating his cause.
But Venus, indignant that the offenses she complained of were taken lightly, turned her back on them and with hurried steps took the path to the sea.